How small habits can rebuild your life. Mia, your story is not about failure. It is about awareness. At 26, you believed you were a good student but not a good learner. That means you completed tasks, but maybe you did not build deep understanding or strong systems. When results were good, you felt confident. When one big failure came, you felt broken. This shows that your confidence was connected to outcomes. That connection is dangerous because results are never stable. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. If your identity changes with results, your life will always feel unstable. You also compared yourself with friends who worked less but achieved success. That comparison slowly reduced your effort. Instead of focusing on your improvement, you focused on fairness. You started doing only what was necessary. If success came, you felt happy. If not, you stopped giving your best. Over time, this mindset created weak habits. Weak habits created inconsistency. Inconsistency slowly shaped your personality. Now at 29, you realized your habits were not good. This realization is powerful. Many people live years without questioning themselves. You questioned yourself. You started waking up early. You created time limits. You increased awareness. You began sharing your journey publicly. These are not small actions. These are structural changes. Structure creates discipline, and discipline creates growth. Still, some bad habits disturb you. That is normal. Old habits do not disappear immediately. When you try to change, they resist. Change is not emotional. It is mechanical. It requires repetition. If you stay consistent for 1 year, your personality can change completely. Personality is nothing but repeated daily behavior. You live in Canada. You have opportunity. But opportunity without discipline gives average results. The next 1 year should not be about chasing big success. It should be about protecting small daily habits. If your daily system becomes strong, your future will become stable. Title 1. Build identity before you chase success. Mia, your first transformation must happen in identity. Earlier, your identity depended on results. When you succeeded, you felt intelligent and capable. When you failed, you felt weak and disappointed. That means your identity was controlled by outcomes. This makes a person emotionally unstable. If your confidence rises and falls with results, you will never feel strong for long. You must separate identity from results. Your identity should be based on actions that are under your control. If you study with focus every day, you are disciplined, even if results take time. If you wake up early consistently, you are organized, even if your career growth is slow. Results are influenced by many external factors. Effort and discipline are fully in your control. Your identity must be built on what you control. Start defining clearly who you want to become. You are not trying to become successful overnight. You are trying to become a focused learner, a disciplined worker, and a stable thinker. When you act according to this identity daily, confidence grows naturally. Confidence does not come from motivation. It comes from keeping promises to yourself. Self-trust is very important. Every time you say you will study and then you delay, self-trust decreases. Every time you complete even one small task, self-trust increases. Small completed actions rebuild internal strength. That strength protects you when failure comes. Failure will still happen, but it will not break you emotionally because your identity will not depend on it. When failure happens, treat it as feedback, not as judgment. Analyze calmly. Adjust your method. Continue the next day without drama. This behavior builds mental maturity. Over 1 year, this repeated pattern will reshape your personality. Your goal is not to feel confident. Your goal is to act disciplined. Confidence will follow automatically. Protect your identity daily through small consistent actions. If your actions match your identity every day, success will eventually follow. Title 2. Stop comparing and start measuring your own growth. Mia, comparison has silently damaged your confidence in the past. You looked at friends who appeared to work less but achieved success. That created confusion inside you. You started questioning your effort. You reduced your intensity. You thought, if they can succeed without much hard work, why should I push myself? This thinking slowly weakened your discipline. It did not happen in one day. It happened gradually. You must understand one clear truth. You never see the full story of another person. You only see visible results. You do not see their background, their learning style, their previous preparation, their network, or their mental focus. Some people may work fewer hours but with deep concentration. Some may have built strong basics earlier in life. Some may have guidance that you did not have. Life is not equal in starting point. But growth is always personal. When you compare yourself with others, you shift your focus from progress to emotion. Comparison creates jealousy, frustration, or laziness. None of these improve performance. They only disturb consistency. Your mind becomes divided. Instead of asking, "How can I improve?" you start asking, "Why is it easier for them?" This question gives no solution. It only creates excuses. Now you must change the measurement system. Stop measuring your growth against others. Start measuring against your past version. Ask yourself simple questions. Am I more disciplined than last year? Is my focus stronger than 6 months ago? Are my habits more structured than before? This type of measurement builds maturity. It keeps your energy directed toward improvement, not comparison. Create a personal progress system. Every week, review your performance. Not emotionally, but logically. Did you follow your study hours? Did you manage distractions? Did you wake up on time? Did you complete planned tasks? These small evaluations help you see real growth. When you see improvement, motivation becomes natural. It is no longer dependent on what others are doing. You also need to accept that everyone has a different pace. Some people rise quickly and stabilize. Others rise slowly but build deep strength. Slow progress with strong foundation is more stable than fast success without structure. You are building structure now. That takes time. Respect that process. Comparison makes you impatient. Self-measurement makes you disciplined. When you focus only on your journey, your energy becomes stable. Emotional ups and downs reduce. You become calmer. Calmness improves decision-making. Better decisions improve results. Your competition is not your friends. Your competition is your old habits. If today you are slightly more disciplined than yesterday, you are winning. If this pattern continues for 1 year, The difference will be visible in your career and personality. From now on, whenever comparison enters your mind, replace it with evaluation. Ask, what can I improve today? That question builds strength. That question builds growth. And growth, not comparison, creates long-term success. Title 3. Strengthen small daily habits to build mental discipline. Mia, real change in life does not come from big emotional decisions. It comes from small daily habits repeated without excuse. Earlier, your effort depended on mood and results. When you felt motivated, you worked. When you felt disappointed, you reduced effort. This pattern created instability. To rebuild your life, you must remove mood from the system and depend on routine. Small habits may look simple, but their psychological impact is powerful. When you wake up at the same time every day, your brain learns discipline. When you sit for study at a fixed hour, even if focus is low, you train consistency. When you complete small tasks daily, your mind starts trusting you. Self-trust is the foundation of confidence. Without self-trust, no habit stays long. You do not need extreme hard study. You need controlled, focused effort. 2 hours of deep, distraction-free study daily is stronger than 6 hours of distracted work. Quality creates growth. Protect your focus time. Keep your phone away. Choose a clean study space. Train your mind to work seriously during that period. Even if progress feels slow, do not break the routine. Habit formation requires repetition without negotiation. The problem most people face is internal negotiation. The mind says, "Today I am tired. Today is not important. I will start tomorrow." These small excuses slowly destroy structure. You must decide in advance that certain actions are non-negotiable. Wake-up time is fixed. Study hour is fixed. Reflection time is fixed. When rules are clear, mental confusion reduces. Another important habit is daily reflection. Spend 10 minutes at night reviewing your day. Ask yourself what you did well and what needs improvement. This builds awareness. Awareness prevents repetition of mistakes. Without reflection, habits stay automatic and unconscious. You also need patience. In the beginning, new habits feel uncomfortable. Old habits will try to return. That does not mean you are weak. It means your brain prefers comfort. Discipline means choosing growth over comfort repeatedly. The more you repeat this choice, the easier it becomes. Remember, personality is nothing but repeated behavior. If you repeat disciplined actions daily for 1 year, your personality will automatically change. People will see you as focused, serious, and stable. But the real change will be internal. You will feel in control of your time and effort. Do not try to improve everything at once. Choose a few key habits and protect them strictly. Small stable habits create strong identity. Strong identity creates long-term success. Title 4. Master time by managing your energy and focus. Mia, you often think your time management is not improving. But time management is not only about hours. It is about energy, focus, and control. Many people plan their day but ignore their mental energy. When energy is low, even simple tasks feel heavy. When energy is high, difficult tasks feel manageable. If you do not understand this, you will blame time instead of managing yourself. First, Observe your natural energy pattern. Notice when your mind feels sharp. For many people, morning hours are the most powerful. If you already wake up early, use that time for deep work. Do not waste high-energy time on phone scrolling or small tasks. Protect your best mental hours for study, learning, or skill development. Low-energy hours can be used for simple tasks like organizing, reviewing notes, or planning. Second, reduce distractions intentionally. Distraction is the biggest enemy of time management. When you switch between phone, messages, and work, your focus breaks. Rebuilding focus takes time. Keep your phone away during work sessions. Turn off unnecessary notifications. Create a clear work environment. A clean space creates a clear mind. Third, plan your day the night before. Do not wake up and then decide what to do. That wastes mental energy. Write down your 3 most important tasks before sleeping. When you wake up, start directly. This removes decision fatigue. The fewer decisions you make in the morning, the stronger your focus stays. You must also understand that overworking does not mean productivity. Earlier, you doubted hard study because others seem to succeed with less effort. The difference is not always hours. The difference is depth of focus. If you work with deep concentration for a fixed period daily, your progress will be steady. Do not chase long hours. Chase high-quality effort. Another important part of time management is recovery. If you do not rest properly, your focus decreases. Sleep is not weakness. It is preparation. Waking up early is good only if you sleep on time. Protect your sleep like you protect your study hours. A tired mind cannot build a strong future. Finally, review your week every Sunday. Check where time was wasted. Check where you improved. Do this calmly, not emotionally. The goal is correction, not guilt. When you measure time honestly, improvement becomes visible. Time is not your enemy. Lack of structure is. If you manage your energy, reduce distractions, plan clearly, and review weekly, your time management will improve naturally. Discipline with time creates discipline in life. Title 5. Learn to face failure without breaking yourself. Mia, one big failure in the past affected you deeply. It did not just hurt your result. It hurt your confidence. That means you were not prepared mentally for setbacks. But failure is not the opposite of success. It is part of the process. If you want long-term growth, you must change how you react to failure. Earlier, when you failed, you reduced effort. You studied less. You stopped pushing yourself. This reaction is emotional. It feels natural, but it damages progress. When effort decreases after failure, the next result becomes weaker. Then confidence drops further. This creates a negative cycle. To break this cycle, your response to failure must become logical, not emotional. When failure happens, pause but do not quit. Instead of thinking, I am not good enough, ask, what exactly went wrong? Was it lack of focus? Poor planning? Weak basics? Distraction? Be specific. Vague thinking creates confusion. Clear analysis creates direction. You must treat failure as data. Data gives information. Information helps improvement. If a method did not work, change the method, not your identity. You are not a failure. You experienced a failed attempt. There is a big difference. Strong people separate the event from themselves. Weak thinking mixes both together. It is also important to continue action quickly after a setback. Do not take long emotional breaks. The longer you stay inactive, the harder it becomes to restart. Even if motivation is low, continue small actions. This protects momentum. Momentum is powerful. Once it breaks, rebuilding takes effort. Failure also builds emotional strength if handled correctly. When you face disappointment calmly, your mind becomes stable. Stability reduces fear of future challenges. Many people avoid trying new things because they fear failure. But when you train yourself to recover quickly, fear decreases. Confidence increases because you trust your ability to stand again. You must also stop attaching time pressure to recovery. Do not think, "I wasted time, now everything is ruined." This thinking creates panic. Growth is not destroyed by one mistake. It is destroyed by repeated emotional reactions. Stay calm. Correct. Continue. If you maintain discipline after failure, your personality becomes stronger. People who succeed long-term are not those who never fail. They are those who recover fast and stay consistent. Build this habit deliberately. The next time you face difficulty, observe your reaction. Choose stability over drama. Failure will come again. That is certain. But next time, it should not break you. It should refine you. That change in reaction will transform your future. Title 6. Remove bad habits by replacing them, not fighting them. Mia, one mistake many people make is trying to fight bad habits directly. They say, "I will stop this from tomorrow." They depend on willpower. But willpower is limited. When stress comes, old habits return. If you truly want to remove bad habits within 1 year, you must understand how habits work. Every habit has 3 parts: trigger, action, and reward. Something triggers the behavior. Then you perform the action. Then you feel some reward, such as comfort, distraction, or pleasure. If you only try to stop the action without changing the trigger or reward, the habit will come back. For example, if you scroll your phone when you feel stressed, the trigger is stress. The action is scrolling. The reward is temporary relaxation. If you only say, "I will not use my phone," but you do not manage stress differently, your mind will search for another distraction. That is why fighting habits rarely works long-term. Instead, replace the routine. Keep the trigger, but change the action. If stress triggers phone use, replace it with a short walk, deep breathing, or writing your thoughts for 5 minutes. The reward must still be relief, but through a healthier action. This method is more powerful than resistance. Environment also plays a major role. If your phone is always near you, distraction becomes easy. If junk food is visible, eating becomes automatic. Reduce exposure. Keep your study area clean. Keep your phone in another room during deep work. Remove unnecessary apps. Make good habits easy and bad habits difficult. Discipline becomes easier when the environment supports it. Another important step is awareness. Before performing a bad habit, pause for 10 seconds. Ask yourself, "Why am I doing this?" That small pause creates control. Many bad habits are automatic. Awareness interrupts automation. You must also avoid extreme expectations. Do not try to eliminate all bad habits in 1 week. Focus on one habit at a time. Replace it consistently for 30 to 60 days. Stability is more important than speed. Relapses may happen. That does not mean you failed. It means your system needs adjustment. Study what caused it. Strengthen your structure. Continue without self-criticism. Guilt wastes energy. Correction builds growth. Within 1 year, if you systematically replace negative habits with structured alternatives, your personality will shift naturally. You will feel more in control. Control builds confidence. Confidence improves performance. Bad habits are not proof of weakness. They are proof of repeated patterns. Change the pattern patiently, and the habit will change. Title 7. Choose consistency over intensity. Mia, one of your biggest internal conflicts was about hard work. You saw some people succeed without extreme effort, and you started doubting the value of working hard. Because of that, your effort became unstable. Sometimes you pushed yourself. Sometimes you did only the minimum. This pattern created inconsistency. And inconsistency always produces average results. You must understand something clearly. Success does not require extreme intensity. It requires steady consistency. Intensity is emotional. It depends on motivation. Consistency is structural. It depends on routine. Emotional energy rises and falls, but structure remains stable. When you study 10 hours in 1 day and then lose focus for 3 days, progress slows. When you study 2 focused hours daily for months, progress compounds. Small daily effort, repeated without interruption, creates powerful results over time. That is how identity changes. That is how career grows. Earlier, your effort depended on results. If success came, you felt encouraged. If it did not, you reduced effort. This must stop. Your effort should not change based on short-term outcomes. Your system must stay fixed. Whether results are good or bad this month, your daily routine continues. That stability builds long-term strength. Focus on depth, not duration. 2 hours of distraction-free study is stronger than 5 hours of half-focused work. Remove your phone. Work with a timer. Give full attention during that period. Train your brain to concentrate deeply. Deep work builds skill faster than long, distracted hours. Consistency also builds mental toughness. When you show up daily even when you do not feel motivated, you teach your mind discipline. Over time, resistance becomes weaker. Action becomes automatic. You will no longer debate whether to study. You will simply begin. Avoid extreme planning. Do not create unrealistic schedules that you cannot maintain. Keep your routine simple and repeatable. The goal is not to impress yourself for 1 week. The goal is to remain stable for 1 year. Remember, you want personality change. Personality changes through repeated behavior. If you act disciplined every day, you become disciplined. If you act serious every day, you become serious. It is not about 1 powerful week. It is about 365 steady days. Your future will not be shaped by how hard you work occasionally. It will be shaped by how consistently you show up. Protect consistency at all cost. Title 8. Use accountability and reflection to strengthen your growth. Mia, One positive step you already took is sharing your journey with others. This is important. When you share your goals and progress, you create accountability. Accountability increases responsibility. When people know you are working on improvement, you feel more pressure to stay consistent. This pressure, if used correctly, becomes strength. However, you must be careful about your intention. Do not share your journey for validation or praise. If you depend on external appreciation, your motivation will again become unstable. Share your journey to create commitment. When you speak about discipline publicly, you feel internally responsible to act disciplined. This builds character. Accountability can be structured. You can create monthly goals and share updates. You can report weekly progress to a trusted person. You can even maintain a written record of your commitments. The key is visibility. When goals are visible, excuses reduce. When goals are hidden, procrastination increases. Reflection is equally important. Without reflection, you repeat mistakes. Every week, take time to analyze your behavior calmly. Ask yourself what worked well and what needs improvement. Did you follow your study schedule? Did distractions increase? Did you manage time properly? This process should not create guilt. It should create correction. When reflection becomes regular, awareness increases. Awareness prevents automatic behavior. Many bad habits operate without thinking. Reflection forces thinking. Thinking creates control. Control improves decision-making. Another benefit of reflection is clarity. Sometimes you may feel like you are not improving, even when you are. When you review your progress weekly or monthly, small improvements become visible. This builds internal motivation. Motivation that comes from visible progress is stronger than emotional excitement. You can also use reflection to adjust your strategy. If one study method is not working, change it. If your morning routine feels rushed, improve it. Growth requires adjustment. But adjustment must be based on observation, not frustration. Accountability and reflection together create stability. Accountability keeps you responsible. Reflection keeps you aware. Awareness and responsibility together create maturity. Over 1 year, if you consistently review yourself and stay accountable, your personality will naturally become more serious and focused. Others will see change. More importantly, you will feel internal control. You are not trying to become perfect. You are trying to become consistent and aware. That is enough for long-term success. Title 9. Commit to 1 year of structured discipline. Mia, real transformation does not require 5 years. It requires 1 serious year. But that year must be structured. Not emotional. Not dependent on mood. Structured discipline means your daily actions are decided in advance and protected every single day. You are 29 now. You have already seen what happens when effort depends on comparison, mood, or short-term results. Now your approach must be different. The next 1 year is not about proving anything to others. It is about rebuilding your foundation. First, simplify your focus. Do not chase too many goals. Choose a few important priorities: skill improvement, time discipline, physical health, and mental stability. When focus is limited, energy becomes concentrated. When energy is concentrated, progress becomes visible. Second, create fixed non-negotiable habits. Wake up at the same time. Protect your deep work hours. Review your day at night. Review your week every Sunday. These actions should happen whether you feel motivated or not. This is what separates serious growth from temporary improvement. Third, measure progress monthly, not daily. Daily results can fluctuate. Monthly progress shows direction. Ask yourself, am I more disciplined than last month? Is my focus improving? Are my bad habits reducing? If the answer is yes, you are on the right path, even if success is not yet visible. Fourth, control your environment carefully. Environment influences behavior more than motivation. Keep your workspace clean. Limit digital distractions. Surround yourself with people who value growth. Since you are living in Canada, you have access to opportunities, systems, and resources. Use them seriously. Do not waste that advantage. Fifth, protect your mindset during slow progress. Growth feels boring sometimes. Improvement feels invisible in the beginning. But consistency compounds. What looks small daily becomes powerful yearly. If you stay disciplined for 365 days, your thinking pattern, confidence level, and professional ability will shift clearly. Remember this, you do not need to feel powerful every day. You need to act disciplined every day. Feelings change. Structure remains. When structure remains for one full year, personality changes automatically. Your goal is not temporary motivation. Your goal is stable identity. When your identity becomes disciplined, focused, and calm, success becomes a natural result, not a desperate chase. One serious year can change your direction completely. Protect it. Respect it. Use it wisely.